Coming to you right on time from a different room than normal because the dogs are going crazy in the house. And I just had to come seek refuge at any other place to be able to do this. It's Wibbleless Nerd Out time! What's up, nerds? How you doing today? I'm holding the phone, getting a shoulder workout. So we don't have our tripod today, but nonetheless, you're getting your message. That's for damn sure. So thanks, guys, for tuning in. And I hope you enjoy this one. This whole week, we're going to be talking about carbohydrates. Get pumped, right? The evil carbs that we've all grown to be afraid of and hate, right? But really, they have some great functions, and we'll talk about them all week that they can fulfill for us. And today, we'll start by defining them and talking about a few structural components, things like that, and different types. So first, let's start with the definition of a carbohydrate, right? So when we talk about a carbohydrate, we're talking about an organic compound naturally occurring in foods or living tissues, and they come in three different types of forms, right? Starch, cellulose, or sugars. So we hear about sugars all the time, but let's talk a little bit about starch and cellulose. So starch and cellulose are both polysaccharides. So if we break the word down, poly is many, saccharides is sugar. So they're many sugars bound together. And we talk about the sugar, aka glucose. So we have a bunch of different glucose molecules bound together. Now, albeit they have the same components in that sense, right? Hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, right? Albeit they are a bunch of glucose bound together, it depends on how they're bound, right? Making all the difference in how they could be broken down. And we'll talk exactly about the chemical structure, right? Get deep into the chemistry a little bit tomorrow. But today, as an introduction, we kind of just want to spit the big stuff at you, right? So when we talk about starch, you can find starch, potatoes, right? Corn, wheat, things like that. And we can break down starch. So we can break down these bound glucose molecules into individual glucose, and we can either store them as energy in the form of glycogen, that's right, or we can use the glucose for energy if we need the energy, right? So when we talk about cellulose, it's different. So it's majorly a structural carbohydrate. Okay, and so we're talking things like cell walls, Well, what up, Vestroxy? How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. We're talking about structural component of plants, right, and cell walls. And like I said, they're both found in plants, but we can break down starch as humans, and we can't break down cellulose. So other animals could break down cellulose, right? You're talking like cows or pigs. And that's because they have the proper gut bacteria to do this, the proper enzymes that can have this symbiotic relationship, these bacteria, to break it down. Deshaun, my man. Bada bang, bada boom. How you doing? Thanks for hopping on, man. I hope you've been getting your workouts in, huh? Not just your study time. Good to see you on here, buddy. So that's the major difference. Right? And what we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to get into the exact chemistry, and we're going to talk about why exactly we can't break down cellulose as humans and why we could break down starch, right? So that's it for today. We keep it short, we keep it sweet and absorbable, you guys. So thank you very much. What's up, Sammy? Love you, man. Have a great rest of your night. And we will see you tomorrow, folks. Happy Wellness.